Hey sightseers, what do you do when you run out of these? If you're like Marty, you make your own from scratch. That's right, we got a special treat for you today, sightseers, and that is Marty's gonna show us how he makes his mini donuts from scratch. Now this isn't your normal type of mini donut operation from somebody's house. This is actually a mini donut operation that involves legit equipment. Yes, commercial equipment that Marty bought off of eBay, I believe. And so today we're running some mini donuts out of our garage. But before we demonstrate the mini donut making process, we have to step back inside the house because we're gonna start from zero, which means starting from the beginning as to how you go about making your mini donuts, and that means you need to start with the batter first. There's more that goes into making mini donuts than what you think. There's actually some precise steps that need to be taken in order to get the correct consistency with the batter to make those yummy donuts. And today Marty's gonna step us through that process because you know, Marty's the expert on the mini donuts. What are we gonna call the shop? Marty's Marvelous Donuts?
Marty's Marvelous Mini Donuts.
Say that 5 times. Marty's Marvelous Mini Donuts. Alright, so what do you got going on here, Marty?
Well, starting off, with this type of mix, the mix I bought is pre-made, comes from the factory. It's the same mix you get at like the carnivals and fairs with the mini donuts if you've ever had them. It's actually mixed by weight and not by volume. And it's done in like a 2-part, 1-part. 2 parts mixed to 1 part water is what you use. So first of all, you gotta put a bowl on the scale, and this is a special scale. It says the bowl is 2 pounds 4 ounces. Well, I zero that out because the batter is by weight and the water is by weight. So from this point on, I gotta do it like 6 ounces batter to 2 ounces water. You can add a hair more water. What that does is make the donuts a little bit more fluffier. What it does, I assume, is the water steams more, makes the donut a little bit more puffier. So here we go.
Alright, so in other words, you don't just whip some batter mix into a bowl and just throw in some water. You actually have to be very precise with your measurements.
Correct. Like here I'll probably go, let's say, you know, an easy 3 to 1 is like 9 ounces to 3 ounces of water by weight, but that ain't quite enough mix. So I'm gonna go probably 18 ounces of mix. And then 1/3 of 18 is what?
And that means I gotta do some math. Isn't that 6? 3 times 6 is 18?
Correct. I need 1 pound 2 ounces of mix here. My hair over.
Since I got the math correct, does that mean I get an extra mini donut for my correct calculation?
Yep.
And
Roughly 1 pound, 1.8 ounces. Now I'm going to zero that, and now I want 6 ounces of water. And the water is actually critical. You want the water at roughly room temperature or a little bit above.
why is that?
It reacts better. I don't know if there's a quick rising yeast to this or what it is, but here we go.
Well, that's what the mix looks like.
Big old sloppy mess.
Now,
Should have made it in here.
I thought you were. That's why I got it all ready for you. What the heck? dirty up another bowl. Sally will clean it up.
That's right.
Do you need a spatula?
Yep.
Oh look, there's some in the drawer.
We'll need it outside anyway, so.
Might as well use the KitchenAid. It doesn't get much use otherwise. Because I like to do everything by hand.
I like using this.
It might help if you plug it in. So how do you know when the batter is good enough to be used?
It's just visual. It looks like it's mixed completely and looks good. There's no powder in it. Looks consistent. Well, let's go put her in the machine and see what we got.
Alright! What are you doing now?
Checking the temperature. It's 360 degrees. You want it about 360, 370.
So that's pretty hot oil in there, isn't it?
Yeah, it ain't something you want to splash on yourself.
So what's the story? Is it ready yet?
370 degrees. My opinion, that's the perfect temperature. Ready to rock and roll?
Yeah, we're ready to rock and roll. See some donuts being made there, baby.
Gotta go through the time cycle. So. Here it goes.
There I see one.
First one might look a little funny, it might not. Usually it looks like it's pretty good.
So how many donuts does this make?
1,200 an hour.
Well, if nothing else, if we run out of groceries, we can always resort to eating donuts because we got, what, 50 pounds of mix laying around?
Yep.
Don't have to worry about starving when you got donuts.
What you want to do here is get the row of like at least 4 to 6 in here before you let it go forward.
Why is that?
Well, then they back up, they cook long enough, otherwise they'll go through the whole system too quick.
Oh, okay.
Oh, look at them.
Starting to look yummy. You can put anything on them? Frosting? Sugar?
Powdered sugar, or not powdered sugar, sugar and cinnamon.
Just like you get at the fair. Alright, I wanted that first donut, and look who took it! Foiled! I was foiled! So the question is, when is Marty's Donut World going to open up for business here on the lake?
Question is why the hell does Marty have a mini donut machine?
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering, and I'm sure a lot of you out there are wondering that too. What on earth possessed you to buy a mini donut machine in the first place? Care to elaborate for our viewers?
No. I want to be a carny.
Apparently Marty has had dreams since he was a child of being a carny. Or running away with the circus. You can hear the calliope right now. Didn't you have a relative that got kicked out of the carny?
Yep. How do you get fired from the carnival?
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. How the hell do you get fired from a carnival? Must have been doing something pretty bad to get fired from the carny. Well, look at that huge pile of donuts we got going on there. I guess it's time for me to maybe dig in. I think we'll grab the cinnamon and sugar and roll some in that before I bite into a donut. Alright, so my job is going to be to put in some donuts in the bag here without burning my fingers. I should get a tongs. Look at that, he's got a tongs for me. Alright, so the moment of truth has arrived. How good are the mini donuts? Find out here in just a second. Oh, I busted it. Still tastes good. Look at that. Just like the donuts you get at the fairs, at the picnics, you know, the carnivals. Awesome stuff, guys. Awesome stuff. So is that a mix that you can just buy at the grocery store, or is that something that you had to take special steps to get a hold of?
Mix, special steps. It ain't something you can buy in the store.
And why did you go with the mix rather than making up your own donut mix?
Well, it just seems like nobody has the perfect mix for this. The company that makes this mix has the perfect mix, and everybody is familiar with it. It's like going to McDonald's. You know what the hamburger is going to taste like, and once you eat these donuts with this mix, you've had them at fairs before. You know how they're going to taste.
Yeah, so I guess it's not like going to a county fair and getting a package of mini donuts and biting into them and going, ooh, because they tasted like crap because somebody made up their own mix that is really just not very good. Instead, you've got consistency, consistent flavor, consistent taste that is known, like Marty said, across the United States at all the carnies, all the county fairs and whatnot. And so that's why he went to the trouble of getting himself that special mix. So what are we gonna do with all these donuts? Mail some to my dad?
Freeze them.
Sorry, Dad. Looks like you're not getting any. Marty said we're freezing them. Can't mail you any.
Shit.
Well, looks like the Beagle's down here looking for some handouts. Did she get some? I see her licking her chops.
There's one right there.
Oh, and she wouldn't steal it.
Go ahead, Mocha.
You can have it.
Well, it's pretty hot yet, so.
Maybe that's why she didn't grab it, because it was hot. She's sniffing now where it was. Oh. Even the Beagle gets a mini donut. I guess that's one of the perks of being one of our dogs. And just like that, they're all done. So the question that I'm wondering is, who's gonna clean up this mess? Me? Or him? Leave your guess in the comments section below. So what are you doing now?
Sucking the oil out of it so I can start cleaning all the trays up.
Oh, you're gonna clean up?
Some of it.
All right. Guess that means I'm off the hook.
Pretty hot there, Beagle.
Alright, sightseers, that pretty much wraps up our marvelous mini donut making adventure. Hope
Double midnight maniac mini donut madness.
Okay, there's a challenge. Try saying that 10 times and see how well that goes. Anyways, we're gonna wrap this up. Hope you enjoyed this little rendition of our donut making adventures here on YouTube. If you haven't already, be sure to hit subscribe so you don't miss out on future vids. Give this video a thumbs up. Share the video, because Marty's, hoping that it will go viral just so that, it pays for the machine. Doubt it, but, he's hoping. And check out some of my other recent adventures. I'm sure you'll find something of interest there as well. Until next time, this is Sightseeing Sally and Marty and the Beagle eating donuts. Special thanks goes out to all our fellow sightseers here on Patreon and PayPal. Without you, these videos wouldn't be possible.